I truly believe that one of our greatest impacts in the world for Christ is a family who's in love with God and the children are in love with their mom and dad. The more beautiful the family structure, the greater the testimony for Christ. I challenge you to do this. I learned a lot about doing this with my children. I had them take a sheet of paper, especially when they were smaller, 5, 6, 7 years old, and I would say, draw a picture of your family. And then I'd say, tell me about it. Why did you do this? Why did you draw that? Oh, let me tell you, you will learn a lot how each one of your children perceives your family. And then maybe you could ask them this. What kind of reputation do we have as a family at school, at church, in our neighborhood? Oh, be careful, Dad. This can be revealing. But ask your children, what kind of reputation do we have? What is our, how do people perceive us as a family? And you know something that's really helpful, and you can work with this, kids. Say, kids, this next week, what can we do individually as a family that will give us a better name, a better testimony at school, at work, in the community? And then write some things out. You will be amazed what your children will be able to contribute to your family having a better name. But I found when I include my children in conversations like that, they learn to open up to me, they trust me more, but equal to that, I learn more the way my children perceive life. And the more I am aware of how they look at things, the easier I can see if their relationships are healthy or not. You know something else I do in that area? Whenever they had like the science fair, which was 45 miles away down the mountain in San Diego, I tried to always, and I think for every science fair my kids ever went to, I was home. Why? We had a van and we wanted to drive. And I would drive them. Their mother usually wouldn't be there. I would drive them. And that's the one time I would find out from my son, what's the best kind of candy everybody likes? It's about the only time I'd buy candy for my kids and other friends. And then I'd get the number of drinks they like, and I'd have a big ice chest in the back of the van. And everyone always wanted to ride with me. Why? Because I had the candy and I had the soft drinks. But it's the only time I would purchase sugar for my kids. But why would you do that? For this reason. When I got in the car, often somebody would ride with me, and I'd say, look, I'm not going to talk to you much. I'm not driving down and back with you to build a relationship with you or answer your questions. I'm driving down and back to listen and watch my children. You say, what? Yeah, you'd be amazed. I would turn the rear view mirror so I could watch my kids, and I would listen for an hour drive, and I would say, are they relating in a healthy way to their friends? Is their conversations good? How are they interacting and all? I learned more about my children from watching in the mirror and listening while I was driving a car than almost anything else I did. And it gave me an insight. Are they healthy in their relationships? What can I do to improve their interaction with their friends? What can I do to improve their walk with Christ and their sharing Christ with their friends and all? What I'm saying, Mom and Dad, parenting is exciting, but it takes a lot of effort. Give it your best shot, and you'll probably never, ever regret it.